Here for the Lake Chelan Sports Blog. I'm here this afternoon with Coach Papsedero, the varsity baseball coach. And Coach, season's over and kind of came to a rather abrupt halt here last weekend.
It did. We finished up one game away from the state tournament. We beat Cascade in the first game, beat them pretty soundly. And then we run into Cashmere again. And Cashmere's a good program, good team. And they beat us, I think, 9-2 in that championship game. Had we won, we're off the state and off and running. So that's our goal going forward.
This year, Coach, you had quite a bit of youth on your club, I believe. So, and I'm here kind of watching you working with your summer team, getting together, and sounds like youth is a big part of the program coming out from here and moving into next season.
It is. Not by choice. I'd like to have a bunch of seniors out here, but we just don't have them in the program. So at this point, getting back to the regular season part, we played or started 4 or 5 freshmen every game this year, and it's a mixed blessing. The kids get a great opportunity to play, and quite frankly, they thrived in that environment. They did really well. Going forward, we're going to be young again. We'll only have 4 seniors next year, and we're just going to get after it. Younger kids are better players, and they love to play.
And I was going to say, you've got some real talented young kids on the team as well, don't you?
Yes, very much so.
As you start looking at, and I realize it's just ended, and everybody likes to take a deep breath, but as you look at what you've come out of, taking youth and all of that into consideration, where do you see a couple of the areas where you think you need to be prepared to focus on when the spring comes?
Definitely pitching. Offensively, we played real well all year. Defensively, played real well all year. The pitching side, man, that was a struggle. And we have most of our pitching back, and that's really what we're trying to do this summer is focus on getting our pitchers dialed in going into the winter, which will lead into the spring. We have some good young live arms. We just got to get them focused on throwing strikes.
And being able to throw controlled, is that?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When you look at the offensive side of things, I went to the Cashmere game, was standing out there in the right kind of corner of the field, and your kids are hitting the ball a long ways. Some of the times it seemed like they were getting under it some, so they were popping fly balls and stuff, and certainly you know more about this than I would, but is there a hitting thing that you guys that they work on to prevent them from getting down underneath that ball? I know that's kind of a dumb question, but
I wish there was. If you watch the first game down there against Cascade, I think we had 16 hits in that game. So, the way baseball goes, the law of large averages is that we probably used up a lot of our hits in that game when we could have used them more so in the Cashmere game. So, baseball's a game of averages.
Yeah.
We're not going to get 16 hits every game. I think we got 4 or 5 against Cashmere. If we got 4 or 5 more and taken 4 or 5 less than Cascade in the Cascade game, hell, maybe we're playing at state.
All in all, if you were to just kind of do an evaluation of your season, and you think about where your goals were and the goals I'm sure you and your coaches had, short of the wins and losses, how would you say that you did in terms of trying to touch all of those?
I think we did fine. If we look at it, we're 2 years ago, the team only won 2 ball games, and, we're kind of in a rebuilding process, and hence all the youth on our team, the younger players. We won 8 this year. Probably should have won a few more than that. I don't think we're up there with the big boys yet, but I think we're tracking in that direction, and I think we just keep getting better.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've been here a long afternoon. I don't want to tie you up too long. I just wanted to kind of get a wrap of your thoughts for the season as you look to next season, realizing what holes do you see that you maybe need to fill with the seniors that you have leaving from?
Well, the reality is, we're going to lose some pitching a little bit on the senior side, but most of our, what I feel is going to be effective pitching next year. We're freshmen this year. You throw freshmen out against 18-year-old guys, it doesn't necessarily work. Next year, they're going to have that experience under their belts, and they're going to be just fine. my expectations are the program's going to continue to get better. We have a good coaching staff. We have good support from the community. We have good support from the school district. We're just going to keep getting it better. And I think you'll see that as a fan, and you'll see that as a reporter as well.
I know that you lose Luke
Yes.
Gleasman.
Yes.
He's a pretty tough guy to replace because he's
Yes.
just a tremendous athlete.
Yes, he is.
What? Who do you see, or do you have someone that you've been working with that you look to plug in there?
I
Or?
don't think we're going to replace Luke Gleasman. I mean, he's hit third in our order for 2 years, and probably longer than that before I was here. He's the MVP of the Caribou Trail League this year. Had a phenomenal season, a phenomenal leader. Can't say enough good things about what Luke did.
He's a kid.
So to answer your question, I don't think we're going to replace him. I think maybe 2 guys would be able to pick up that production for him. Colt Corrigan would be one, and Bryson Darlington would be another one. 2 big kids that hit the ball pretty well. They were freshmen this year.
Yeah. Now, as far as a catcher being ready, do you have someone you've been working with?
Yeah.
So you.
Quinn Stamps
Okay.
came in. He actually caught most of the games in the last half of the year. Give Luke a little bit of a break. Did a great job. Really good receiver. Good kid. Good hardworking kid. I don't think we're going to miss much behind the plate. The offensive production, the difference between Quinn and Luke is freshman and senior.
Sure, absolutely, you bet. What about the rest of your defense now? Where did you have other seniors out there that you've got holes to plug?
We had a couple outfielders we're going to have to plug in there a little bit. Really, I mean, we've started a freshman at third, a freshman at short, a junior at second, a freshman at first, 2 juniors and a senior in the outfield. So we really lose 2 guys. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you got already been thinking. I can just imagine being a coach. You think it's all over, you take a break, but it just doesn't work that way, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So,
we're
well,
starting
Coach,
up with the summer, and that's we're looking forward to that.
and that's now. Is this the first year with this?
Yes,
group?
it is. Yeah, so we're going to do summer baseball here in Chelan. It's the first time in a long time. I don't know much of the prior history.
Yeah, no, it's been a while.
But we have about 50 games on the schedule, and most of them will be here at home, so we'd love to have fans come out and watch on a nice summer evening. They're all going to be night games.
We'll do our job the best we can to help accommodate that, Coach.
And I want to thank you for your support as well. I know you're at the ball games, and you're always trying to track me down. Boy, that's
Schedules
my wife's
are-
trying to track me down.
Yeah, I bet that's true. Schedules are tough sometimes to keep, I know, but it's been a pleasure getting to know you and certainly getting to work with the club again. And we'll look forward to next year and hopefully sometime this summer. Our blog is going to run through the summertime. We're not going to end it. We're going to keep it going for the school and we're going to start gearing young people up to start helping and learning this process. And so we're hoping to maybe eventually see this become a part of the program at the school with educational classes and stuff. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, we'll enjoy working with yourself and all the other coaches and people within the sports Chelan High School. But so good luck to you next year, Coach. You're right. The guys are coming along. They're all excited about it, and that is such a big piece of it. If you can get them excited, good things can happen.
It's huge. That's the big thing. We want to have fun and we want to win ball games, and they don't have to be mutually exclusive.
That's exactly right. So, Coach, good luck to you, and good luck this summer. We'll be around. We'll try not to bother you too much, but thanks for giving us your ear and taking some time with us for the sports blog. So get ready for the next pitch. And it's a high pop fly to the infield. And there's Zach Phelps to bring it down, and that takes care of retiring the sides. And Chelan will get an opportunity now at the bat. With a big stick, Luke Gleasman up to bat. And Luke's certainly capable of putting one out of here. Big, strong young man. Has a football scholarship coming up. And he drives a deep foul ball against the fence. Oh, they're going to say it was in fair, so a nice job there by Luke to get a double out of that. Beautiful slide at second base. And hit the fence right down below. He just about parked that one. Nice job right there by Luke. now coming up to 16. I think this is Colt Todd.
I haven't announced yet.
Colt Corrigan here, I think, at the plate. Up high, good eye there. Colt, an outstanding baseball player. And outside, so he's taking a good look. And there's a shot. And he's going to get him to third. Nice job there did his job. So Colt Corrigan manages to move him around, and there is one out now. And we've got a lefty coming up.
Oh, good.
And, there he managed to make contact, went to the left. So let's see what happens here. Coming up. And he fouls that one off. So 2 strikes now. Two strikes, no balls, and 1 out. And here comes pitch number 3, way outside. 1-2. Batteries. So here comes pitch number 2. And he gets it. He's going to drive it at second. And they'll get him at second base. Or excuse me, at first base. And unfortunately, Bryce unable to help him out. And now it is time for let's see here. Ball's high. Yeah. And so here comes the next pitch. And it's going to be wide. Oh, nice save there by the catcher. Save that wild pitch and the score. 2 outs for Chelan now. They need desperately to get a score here. Keep him in this game.
Yeah, he's good with the bat. He usually upset his brother's head.
And strike.
Yeah,
Let's see. So a ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 balls.
Why are you sitting in the parking lot?
2 balls, 2 strikes now. Excuse me. 3 balls and a strike. I thought there were 2 strikes.
Like, isn't that rowdy? Spit on him.
And that's going to be a strike, awfully low, but it's where it crosses the plate. It must have really died when it got there. Terribly low pitch. He's digging from the dirt here, so. And he struck him out. Got the bad pitch, but nonetheless, he struck him out. And so Chelan still trails by a score of 3-0 going into the bottom of the 4th inning.
Good to see you, Derry. I was like,